A typical golf fundraiser is a golf tournament. It takes place in one day. Usually you cap off the number of players at 144-ish, depending on if you allow fivesomes or not. It's an event where folks come together all in one day. Usually it's everybody plays all at once. They start in different holes. It's usually a fun sort of thing, not terribly competitive, but competitive within the group who's there. There are many ways of raising the money through participant fees, sponsorships, contests, raffles, very many ways. And usually it's, as I say, you start at noon, you end at 6, you have a lunch, you have a dinner, and you give out prizes. And that's typically what a golf tournament looks like. For our Soldiers and Sailors Hospital, the Lions Club of Penn Yan, which is the town that Soldiers and Sailors Hospital is in, ran for about 17 years, almost 20 years, a golf tournament, and that benefited this cardiac rehab scholarship program so that folks who needed the rehab services and couldn't afford it would get scholarships. And then our staff and volunteers in the Geneva General Hospital organization for about 15 years ran a separate golf tournament and raised money for their cardiac rehab patients. So for almost 20 years, we had 2 simultaneous tournaments.
What did you do to turn that golf fundraiser into a more virtual, online, however you'd like to call it, fundraiser?
There's a golf tournament in the Syracuse area, which is just east of us, that does one day of 100 holes. So they have 20 dedicated golfers who golf 100 holes in one day. So it's still in person. There's still the sponsorship signs and the cart sponsors and the food and all of that, but it's only for 20 people. And they are tasked with raising a certain amount minimum each. I felt like that was an interesting idea, but I wanted to do it completely virtually because the problem I see with golf tournaments is the challenges is that, first of all, COVID, I wasn't sure where COVID was going, and we planned this in like March, and I wanted to have folks feel safe. Also, it does take a day out of a person's work schedule or life schedule, and it is very, very heavy in volunteer and staff support. It takes an army to run a golf tournament.
You mentioned that you use the Give Sign Up Run Sign Up platform for registration and donations and fundraising as well. Like, how has that helped you with engagement? Have you noticed any ways that is working well, and what type of engagement you're getting?
The ease of registration is phenomenal. We used to do everything by paper and have to keep everything on a spreadsheet, who's participating and who's playing and who they're playing with and all that. And this is all done for, all the reports are done right there. The sponsorship, the ease of sponsoring, just give your money, and the visibility that the website allows for our sponsors and for the leaderboard for our players is really strong. The interaction between social media, the Facebook page and the website is really strong for promotion and for individual fundraising as well. So I think there's a tremendous benefit to having it all. And the concept is much more easy to see when you go to the website than it is to explain it verbally. You play 108 holes and you get sponsored, and it's like, well, huh? But this way, it's right there, and the format is explained, and cardiac rehab is explained, and the whole, it just gives a great platform for a one and done visit and see, what this is all about, and learn more about our organization and the service, and also about the players. And we have players who've played almost 500 holes already.